Number 10, Emmanuel Quickley. The 21-year-old from Kentucky was selected 25th by the OKC Thunder and was traded to New York 2 days after the 2020 NBA Draft. In his last 4 games, he's averaging 17.5 points, 4.3 assists, and almost a steal per game, while shooting 45% from 3 on 5 attempts, and all in just 21 minutes. More than his numbers, though, what separates Quickley from the rest of rookies that could have been ranked at number 10 is the fact that he's a valuable player on both ends of the floor. Quickley's strength, athleticism, and the fact that he has great size for a point guard make him an NBA-ready defender. Offensively, his floater game make him a crafty player on that end, where he's able to get buckets at ease in the pick and roll with a soft touch around the basket. Maybe he should be playing more than 17.3 minutes per game, because Quickley's per 36-minute stats are off the charts in his rookie campaign. Regardless, he's looking like a late first-round steal for New York, and he's been a crucial bench piece for the Knicks, who are shockingly tied for the 8th seed in the East. Number 9, Desmond Bane. You could argue that his teammate Xavier Tillman Sr. could be on this list, but the Grizzlies' 30th overall draft pick Desmond Bane has proved that the ability to finish through contact and shoot from distance that he showed off at TCU can hold up at the pro level. In all but one of the 13 games he's played with Memphis, Bane scored at least 6 points, and he's done that very efficiently. The man's taking just under 4 threes per game and hitting nearly half of them. So Memphis has a solid prospect next to Ja Morant and of course Triple J when the big man gets healthy. Number 8, Isaac Okoro. Playing over 37 minutes for the Cavaliers, Okoro's been a valuable tone setter on both ends of the floor for the 5th-seeded Cavaliers. The Cavs' 5th pick in 2020 has looked beyond NBA ready right off the bat in his career, as he hit a game winner in his preseason debut and has averaged 9 points per game on solid shooting splits for a player facing the harsh reality of his first season amongst the toughest basketball competition in the world.
I'm just gonna use that to feel this. I mean, I'm better, but
come on, man. Come on, man.
Number 7, Peyton Pritchard. The Celtics guard is out for the next 2 weeks with a sprained MCL in his right knee. But before he got hurt against the Sixers on January 22nd, he had the highest plus-minus among rookies in the 2020-21 season. Peyton dropped 23 points on 8 of 13 shooting against my Raptors, and it's clear Boston's guard is built for the moment and is capable of being a legit contributor for the contending Celts. While the injury looked painful, it might have been a blessing in disguise because the 2 weeks off actually could help Peyton avoid hitting the rookie wall and be fresh for the playoffs. With the NBA veteran-esque way in which he mixes up his drives and three-point shots, he looks like a complete draft steal for Boston. Pritchard has elite passing vision, a quick shooting release, and an above-average off-the-dribble shooting ability for a first-year player. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. Every player ranked so far has had the luxury of joining a franchise where they've been expected to be role players. Conversely, the number 1 pick, Anthony Edwards, has had the responsibility of being an NBA team's top scoring option. With Cat's injury, Ant is taking the 3rd most amount of shots on the Wolves right now, behind Malik Beasley and D'Angelo Russell. And while Edwards has struggled with his shooting percentages, if he was put in the right situation like some of the other players on this list, things could be a different story for him. Despite his struggles, I think Anthony will get his game together, and he's too talented to have his current value ranked outside of the top 6. Number 5, Patrick Williams. Chicago's front office absolutely shocked the world when they drafted Williams with their 4th overall pick, a man who was projected to be taken deep in the 2020 lottery. But the Bulls taking him is turning out to be an excellent decision, because next to the superstar-like pure scoring of Zach LaVine at shooting guard, the rebounding, wing defense, and solid jump shot at 6'7", 227 pounds is exactly what the Bulls needed at the small forward spot. Before their loss to the top-seeded Lakers, the Bulls won their last 3 games, and they're having their best season in a very long time, and the rookie Patty Williams deserves a decent amount of credit for that. Number 4, Tyrese Maxey. Give credit to Sixer coach Doc Rivers for giving their 21st overall pick in the draft, Maxey, the consistent minutes in the rotation that he deserves. Coaches giving prospects the proper consistent playing time as rookies is such a crucial undermentioned aspect in a player's development, and Tyrese has been thriving off the opportunity he's been given as he put up 39 points against the Denver Nuggets, which was right behind Allen Iverson for the Sixers franchise record. It was also the most points in a rookie's first start since 1970. Maxi's scoring consistency for Philadelphia has resembled a player that's been in the league for half a decade plus. From January 7th to 14th, the 20-year-old Maxi had at least 15 points in 5 straight games. Overall, the man's creating and exploding off the bounce like a top NBA prospect, and because of his naturally gifted qualities, don't be surprised if he's a top guard in the world within the next few years. Number 3, James Wiseman. James hasn't fully developed his ability to pop out to the three-point line. However, he is shooting a decent 6 of 16 on his attempts from out there. I think we can expect Wiseman to develop into a decent stretch big as his career progresses, but for now, he's a solid paint presence for the Steph Curry-led Warriors, who are currently tied for the 8th seed out west. Draymond Green got a tech because the ref thought he was yelling at him, but really Green was yelling at Wiseman, and I know Draymond can be harsh at times, a lot of times, but his mentorship should ultimately be a positive influence on the growth of the Warriors' 19-year-old man in the middle. The 7-foot, 244-pound rook needs to be averaging more than 6 rebounds because his size should be overwhelming, he should be dominating. He also should be shooting more than 63% from the line, but he's already damn productive for his lack of pro experience. I think James is doing a great job in a pressured situation, and for many years to come, he should be a focal point up front in the Bay. Number 2, Tyrese Halliburton. The Sacramento Kings hit the lottery with the 12th overall pick. As the former Iowa State Cyclone, Tyrese Halliburton is the real deal. He's averaged 11 points, 5 assists, and over a steal per game on 50% shooting from the field and 47% shooting from distance. His 4 blocks against the Knicks this past Friday were the most by any rookie this season. His lanky 6'7.5" wingspan at point guard, combined with his shockingly lethal three-point stroke, make him a nightmare to stop, and his size on the other end make him a sensational defender for a first-year player. Before number 1, main honorable mentions to Cole Anthony, who's provided above-average leadership for a rookie in Orlando, and Deni Avdija, who only averages 7 points on a 3-8 Wizards team, but he has shot the ball extremely efficiently. Also mentions to Saddiq Bey, Xavier Tillman Sr., Precious Achiuwa, Mason Jones, Jayshawn Tate, and Isaiah Joe. Number 1, LaMelo Ball. Off the bench in Charlotte, Melo's averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on good shooting percentages for a rookie point guard. Based off that production, of course, the ultimate big baller, LaMelo's dad, LeVar Ball, is going to be upset that his son's coming off the bench. And LeVar predictably said to TMZ, quote, "My boys are not freaking role players, they superstars, let them do what they do." But as with any 19-year-old, you have to take the bad with the good, because after a 7-game stretch in which Ball averaged 15.6 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game, while shooting 46% from the field, Ball's turned the ball over 11 times in the last 3 games. And as coach James Borrego said, quote, "If you're turning the ball over 5 times in 16 minutes, that ain't gonna cut it for me. If you're doing that on the offensive end, you better bring something defensively." He had a better stretch where he played extremely well. We need to find that again. He's got to get better. He's engaged. He wants to get better. He's capable of handling it. End quote. Overall, LaMelo's learning on the fly, and while there's going to be bumps on the road, like right now, the weapons he has in his bag offensively are too deep not to have him at number 1. It's going to be a 3-way race between him, Halliburton, and Wiseman for the Rookie of the Year. And the pro season that LaMelo has under his belt before he entered the league is tremendously benefiting him in the NBA right now, because Ball gained a season of experience playing against grown men in Australia's NBL before this year. He likely won't hit the proverbial rookie wall because of that, and I expect him to have more good offensive stretches than bad ones like he's having right now. I respond to every comment, so let me know who your prediction is for the 2021 Rookie of the Year down below. Follow me on Instagram